What's going on, guys? It's your boy Neeks, back with some transfer news, this time all the way over in Europe, in Spain and Italy respectively. Barcelona won Lautaro Martinez from Inter Milan. Yeah, football might be closed at the moment, shut down. Transfer window, we don't know when it's going to be, but clubs are already doing business and thinking about business, making bids, accepting or rejecting offers. And in this case, Barcelona won the Inter Milan star striker Lautaro Martinez. He has been absolutely on fire this season. Him and Lukaku struck up a brilliant partnership in Lukaku and Conte's first season. It's going to be a striker that Inter Milan and Conte definitely wouldn't want to lose. The amount of goals that he's been scoring, how dangerous he always looks with his pace and his clinical finishing in front of goal. And Barcelona are in for him, and their interest has been piqued by this goal scoring run and the talent, the ability that this young man has. But he has a massive release clause, a release clause of 110 million euros, 97 million pounds. And that is what Inter Milan are saying. Listen, we don't want to sell him. So if you want to sell him, if you want to buy him, you have to pay that money. It's as simple as. Barca ain't got that money. Barca have not got that money. That's the reality. They've spent a lot of money recently. And we're going to speak about, Coutinho in a later video. But they spent a lot of money recently and it hasn't always been successful. Hasn't always been the right player, hasn't fit into the system, and that player's ended up either being sold or loaned or just on the bench, in the case of, say, someone like Ousmane Dembele. But they want to get Martinez, but they're going to have to do a player plus cash swap deal because they ain't got the money for the transfer. We know in recent seasons they had to take out a loan to acquire Antoine Griezmann just last summer. So we know the money's not there. So the news is that they've offered a few players. One being Semedo, the right back, and I think Inter Milan are good in that position. They got Victor Moses, they got Ashley Young. We all know that those two are not quality fullbacks, but for the system that he plays, Conte that is, three at the back with two wing backs, those ex-midfielders are perfect. And he's already got them in his squad. So it's not a position he's looking to fill. And it's obviously a player that Barca feel is dispensable, that they're willing to part with him. Inter's already turned that down. Inter actually want Arthur, the Brazilian midfielder, to be included in the deal. But Barca know how talented he is, and they're not really willing, as it stands, to include him into that deal. It's going to be a tricky one. 97 million, 100 million is a lot of money. The talent is there. I think, 24 years old, Argentinian. I guess he's shown that he can cut it in a big league. Whether he can cut it in the Champions League at that level, which is that's the level that Barcelona are trying to rediscover, being able to win the Champions League. We have to wait and see. But so far, he's proved that, being at a big club as Inter Milan are, and they do have big expectations, even though their level has dropped in recent years, he's been able to deliver the goods so far. A Barcelona move is massive. And I'm sure it's one that he probably wouldn't turn down. Being Argentinian, a lot of them always look to Spain, Barcelona, Real Madrid from when they're growing up young. And I'm sure that offer, if it does come in, will be very, very hard for him to turn down. But I don't know if Barca can stump up the cash. I'm going to be completely honest. They've been offered, as I said, Nelson Semedo. They've also been offered Carlos Elena, young midfielder. I don't know much about him. They just bought Eriksen. Are they looking for another midfielder that's not proven? Is Carlos Elena of that ability? Now, based on the fact that they're trying to get rid of Semedo, who is willing to make that move because I guess he's not getting game time at Barcelona. Sergio Roberto seems to be ahead of him in the pecking order. Carlos Elena, I don't know much about him, but maybe there's a reason why I don't know much about him, because we know about the Frankie de Jongs and the Artas and the Ansu Fatis of the world, etc. But we don't hear much about him. How good is he really? How much money would they have to stamp up on top of adding those two players? What are their values? What are Inter going to do with them? We have to be honest. We have to really ask these questions. They said Barca's also offered their left-back Junior Firpo, even though they only signed him last summer from Real Betis. Inter's not keen. Inter seem very good and content with their defensive, especially at fullback areas, wing-back areas, with the options available. They want Arthur and money, or they want all the money. It's as simple as that, really. Barca are going to have to stamp out the cash. I'll be surprised if he goes this summer. As I say, it's a lot of money. I don't know who's going to afford that. Barca do need a striker. Suarez, we know he's getting older. And he's got his injury issues. Griezmann hasn't been the hit that they would have hoped for that kind of money. Coutinho hasn't worked out. Dembele, he's not a raving success. He's been underwhelming. Can't expect Messi to keep carrying him over and over, so they're going to need reinforcements. If they can sell a Coutinho, then yeah, they have the money, go out and get Martinez. If they can't get rid of him, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. And another year for Martinez in Inter under Conte, it might not be a bad thing. It might do more good than bad, actually stay another year under a quality manager like that. But let me know in the comments below, do you think Barca will get their man? Do you think they're going to put together a deal that is suitable for Inter Milan to accept? Or is it going to be a case of, we ain't got the money this time and maybe we have to come back in another future transfer window? Or is there another club out there? Is there another club out there who are looking for a striker, who are willing to part with £97 million, 110 million euros for the talent that is Lautaro Martinez? Let me know in the comments below. Hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you soon.